Thank you very much, Sasha, for that warm welcome. I'm going to try my best to fit into the very charismatic and big boots of His Excellency the Governor. But it has indeed been an honor and a privilege to be part of all the work that we've done together with ISD and the Strong Cities Network. And in many ways, created a foundation for us, almost prophetically, in building in 2015 what we now like to see as an arc that has provided refuge within our communities. That, serendipitously is called the Safer Cities Authority. Mombasa being an ecosystem of an island at the center of three mainland connections: the west, the north mainland, and the south mainland, have made up what is now called the robust city network of Mombasa. And that arc, as you like to think of it, is a space that provided homes at the very center of the pandemic that for us established a platform that enabled us to carry out a number of initiatives during the pandemic and continuously as we seek to flatten the curve. Primarily, one of the main programs that we had was that nutrition and food relief program. As you can imagine, Mombasa is largely a working class community where most of the residents of Mombasa relied on the factories, the industries, the hotels that had to shut down for a great part of last year. And so a number of these homes, 225,000 to be specific, required a food relief program. And the Safer Cities Authority, around a food and nutrition program, was able to coordinate with the sub-county administration teams, other members, including the Red Cross, to ensure that a program was put in place that worked around the clock with the national government to ensure that households were able to get the nutrition that they needed to be at the forefront of building the immunity of homes and societies. And as you can imagine, this created, in its own way, its own expectations. And not only did it create expectations, but sometimes the desire for the community to actually get out and re-engage with family that would either be across the bridge or across the causeway. In one case, particularly with the island, the oldest city in Kenya, saw us having, and with national government, having to make the difficult decision of locking down the island. Now that created its own tension. However, the programs that we'd built around the Strong Cities Network enabled us to have community-based dialogues that brought intergenerational conversations that had to have and had to take conversations that were hard. And whether it was the religious leaders coming on board, the elders in the community, speaking to the young people, and employing on them to actually stay still within the community, hoping that if we contained ourselves just for a little longer, we would actually be able to see a flattened curve. And we did see some results. It was a tense time, but nonetheless, the framework that we had put in place did help. Now, what has this actually meant with regards to where we're going? Mombasa has had to build a resilience framework, noting that over the last 70 years, we've had a number of setbacks. This provided us with an opportunity to test what we've been building over the last 2 years as the county resilience framework, which at the core of it has the Resilience Fund. And the Resilience Fund is going to be able to enable us to establish the platforms that we need to see with the social programs that need to be put in place. And lastly, with Mombasa being the founding city of the Pan-African movement called the Kilindini Coalition, we're actually seeing an opportunity to create a robust, peaceful, and safe city network within East Africa and across the African continent. And the work that we continue to have in support from ISD will enable us strengthen this support. So Sasha, I thank you very much for your continued support, and we look forward to continued engagements of this nature. Thank you.